So the other day I was reviewing some of the off-season deals that happened in the NHL, and there was one that stood out to me like a sore thumb, and that's the trade that the Calgary Flames made with the Florida Panthers. So in case you didn't know, the Panthers and Flames made a trade including Matthew Tkachuk and Jonathan Huberdeau. The Flames acquire Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar, and a first-round pick for Matthew Tkachuk. And if you're a fan of hockey, when this broke out, you were probably so shocked and thought the Panthers got fleeced. But boy, oh boy, were we all wrong. The Panthers are now in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Matthew Tkachuk is not only an amazing player for the roster, but he is winning overtime games, becoming the physical, gritty guy that we all know and love. And the Flames, they're currently at home with Jonathan Huberdeau having the worst season of his career. Now, it's not a panic button for the Flames, but I do think that there's something that we need to talk about organizationally about the Flames. So the Flames had an opportunity to sign both Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Tkachuk. Now, Gaudreau showed some disinterest in re-signing with the Flames, but Matthew Tkachuk was given the opportunity of signing a long-term deal. But the Flames, for some reason, were a little bit hesitant on this, and instead of giving him that long-term contract, they offered him a bridge deal that was a little bit less time with the team, hoping that eventually they would sign something in the future. Unfortunately for the Flames, though, Tkachuk showed a little bit of disinterest in re-signing after the organization fumbled a few things, and especially after Johnny Gaudreau signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets in free agency. So obviously the Flames had to do something, and they traded away Matthew Tkachuk for a pretty decent package. And of course they wouldn't have known that Huberdeau would fall off the way that he did, but it kind of stings if you're a Flames fan because it feels like you had a guy who was the face of the league and you lost him in the blink of an eye for no reason. And I think that Flames culture is something that needs to be discussed. What's going on organizationally that nobody wants to play for the Calgary Flames? Is it the market? It's definitely not the fan base because they show up and show out to those games and they are so loyal. Like the Flames fans out there, I don't think there's a more loyal fan base outside of maybe Toronto that even equates to the Flames. And unfortunately, all these star players that go there like Markstrom and Huberdeau, they just had a terrible season. And whether that's indicative of their future or not, I'd be scared if I'm a Flames fan because you just let two amazing face of a franchise players in Gaudreau and Tkachuk walk away and you're left with nothing and not even in the playoffs. So I kind of want to hear from Flames fans because I want to know, are you upset that the Flames are scared to sign these players to long-term deals? Or do you think this was something that was completely out of the organization's control? Is it more about Matthew Tkachuk or more about the culture that the Flame organization brings to their players? I'm really interested in seeing what Flames fans think and also what other organizations fans think as well. Make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below and like this video if you enjoy the topic. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in the next one.